guys, it's Abigail, and today's video is a super exciting video. So, today's video, it's like an update video. So in today's video, the rabbits are bonded. So Storm and Loui are bonded, and yeah, so that is super exciting. And yeah, I'm so excited. So today's video is like an update video, and also how the rabbits are like doing, and also a new bunny room tour. So for like months, I have been designing like a little bunny room, and it's like so fun. So it's a new free roam bunny room. So I'm super excited. Bunnies are finally free roam in a huge 10 by 12 bunny room. So I'm super excited. So that's what's kind of in today's video. So I'll give you some updates on the bunnies, and I'll give you guys a room tour and super other exciting stuff. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first, I'm gonna give you guys kind of like the room tour, but first, I know this will be a question that I will get, is why are they in a room now instead of like their normal like enclosures? Well, so for a lot of reasons actually. So for a very long time, I wanted bunnies to be free roam in a bunny room for a super long time, and in just a couple months, I was able to design a bunny room, a free roam bunny room, and yeah, so for so long, I think ever since I've gotten the bunnies, I wanted to have them be free roam in a large like bunny room. So now that's one of the reasons too. So Storm's like enclosure thing wasn't actually like a room. So it was more of like, I don't even know. It's like it was kind of like a pen. It was because it wasn't a room. Because it was definitely not the size of a room. Like, you walked in there, you're like, this is not a room. Like, it was nowhere near the size of a room. So I guess you could refer to it as a pen, but it was bigger than a pen. It was much bigger than a pen. Usually pens are a 4x4. It was a 4x8. So it was definitely not the size of a room. It wasn't a room, for sure. It didn't even have a door. So, well, quick story. When I first moved Storm into there, when I first got him, I moved him into there, and before I moved him, I was like, wait, this doesn't have a door. Because it wasn't like a room, it wasn't a room. It was like, I don't know, it was just like a little space, and that we had in our house. So, yeah, so we just had to go. We went to a hardware store, and we got a little pen, and then my dad nailed it into the wall. So it definitely wasn't a room, but it was bigger than a pen, and also he wasn't in a pen. It was like this little space that we had in our house, and it would just had like walls, so it had like obviously like the normal like wall material. I don't know what you put in walls. I don't know. I know there's like wood like studs that put up a wall, and then there's like a white thing on the outside, and then there's a paint, but I don't know what any of that stuff is called. So anyway, so there's normal wall material there, and then there's carpet. So it's like this structure that's built out of like a wall and stuff. So he's not in a pen, but it's not a room. So it's not the size of a room. It doesn't have a door because it's just like this little space. But it's bigger than a pen, and it has like a wall structure. I don't even know. Like, it's just You know what? I'll actually show you I'll show you what it looks like. What it looks like when you go in. So you can see the perspective of it. Like, yeah, so I'll do that in just a minute. So, yeah, and then Loui was in an actual pen. He was in a large 4x4 pen, which is big enough for one rabbit. Because when I got him, I didn't really have any other space. Because when I got him, I wasn't planning on designing a bunny room. And then I think about a month later, I was able to design a bunny room. Literally just like a month later. But those were for both of the bunnies. Because all along I was planning on to get a friend for Storm and then bond them, and then they were going to go in the bunny room. So he was in a pen, and Storm was in that like little space. I don't know, enclosure. We'll call it an enclosure because it is. So yeah, Storm's thing was not a room, and so. And I know I'll get a lot of questions because I've gotten a lot of questions like, so when the bunnies are bonded, where are you going to move them? Like, where's their new enclosure going to be? And everyone's like, okay, so you're going to move them to Storm's enclosure? And I was like, no, because Storm's enclosure is only big enough for one rabbit. It's plenty big for one rabbit. It's a 4x8. But for two rabbits, it's not enough space. Storm's thing was plenty enough space for Storm, one rabbit, but not enough space for two rabbits. Definitely not enough space for two rabbits. I was like, no, it's not big enough for both of them. But then just about a month later, I started designing a bunny room, and then I knew and I think I got Loui in, I don't remember. I think it was either January or February. No. January or February, but I'm pretty sure it was January. So that would have mean after about a month, I think it was, like, I was designing for like 4 months, and I knew that their bunnies were going to go in there. So Storm's, like, enclosure was not big enough for both of them. I've always wanted bunnies to be free roam in an entire bunny room, and yeah, so that is why I am moving them into the bunny room, because neither Storm or Louie's enclosures are not big enough for both of them, not large enough for both of them, and I also just always wanted them to be free roam in a bunny room, and now finally they will be. So I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm gonna actually, wow, I had like 15 things I was gonna say, and now I can't say them all at once, because like, can't do that. So, I'll say one of the first things. So, Storm and Loui are bonded. So, if you didn't notice, for the last 2 weeks, I did not post on YouTube. I did on my Instagram. So if you guys follow us on our Instagram, then you would have seen all the bonding and stuff. But for the last 2 weeks, so I did car rides, and then I did something called 24/7 bonding, where you put them in a pen, and then you slowly increase the size. So I did car rides for 3 days to like introduce them to each other. And I did 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then 20 minutes for the 3 days, and it slowly increased the time. And then I did 24/7 bonding, and that took about 4 days. And so, no, let's see. 1, 2. That took 3 days. So it took 3 days. And first I was in a 2x2 pen. I spent a day in there. Then they were in a 2x4 pen, spent a day in there. Then they were in a 4x4 pen and spent a week in there. So it took them like about 3 days to get to the 4x4 pen. Well, I mean, it took them 2 days, but then they were in the 4x4 pen, 4x4 pen, getting adjusted to that for about a week. Well, for 1 day, and then they were in that for not a week. They were in that for 4 days, because usually you would go 7 days But if your bunnies are doing really good, then you could go 5 or 4 days, depending on how good your bunnies are doing. And let me tell you, they were so good. They were like a perfect match. And I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. I'm gonna talk all about the bonding process. Like, cause they were so good. Oh my gosh, they were awesome bonders. They were like best friends. So, yeah, so they're like best friends. Anyways, so yeah, they were like inseparable. It was pretty easy. So, let's talk about their bonding experience. So, the first 2 days I did car rides. Amazing. Like, no fights. They were flopped. Like, Storm flopped like half the time. Half the time he was flopped, which is super weird for the first time meeting a bunny. But on the car ride, Storm flopped a bunch, and they were grooming themselves. Super good. So, and they were in a carrier, a new carrier. So I bought a new carrier because I didn't want to use their old carrier because I wasn't neutral. So I bought a new carrier, and they were in there. It was a carrier where you could open the top, so that I had it ready in case they did like fight or anything, but nothing. No. I had it ready in case there was any issues, but there wasn't. Nothing at all. So that was super good. Then I was ready for the pens. So this is where usually most of the problematic behavior goes on, just because it's a much larger space and you're introducing hay and veggies and litter boxes and toys and tiny houses. But that's later on in the process, but still. So they were in a 2x2 pen, and they did super good. So the first, 10, maybe 20 minutes, the first 10 minutes, it was rowdy. It was, constant, chasing, lunging, bunny tornadoes. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. But we handled it well. I just stuck the dustpan in there, and we handled it well. The best thing to do when you're bonding rabbits is not to be freaked out. Yes, you can be, scared on, inside, because that's to where you're worried is usual, but, don't, freak out. Be confident and, separate them if anything. Not separate them, but, put a dustpan or a clipboard or whatever in between them if they do fight. And don't, freak out or something like that, because that's what you don't want to do. You want to be confident and get right to it. If anything does happen, that's the key, not to, freak out or anything. Anyways, so, yeah. And then after, 5 minutes of that, they started, staring at each other. They were on different sides of the pen, and they started staring at each other for 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, gonna move? Anyone? Because they were just staring at each other like this, and that is pretty normal because they're claiming sides of the pen, and sometimes what will happen if they go on the other side of the pen, they'll get frustrated, but that didn't happen. Actually, so Storm went on the other side, and he went on the other side of the pen, and they were fine. He just went on it, and then they just, stayed there. No issues. So I was the first time I was like, oh no, this is not good. And then, after, 5 minutes, and then everything was good for, the rest of the bonding process. Okay, so on the side of the pen, and then they just, stood there, next to each other. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is good. So then they stayed like that for, the rest of the afternoon, because they were sleeping, so I waited I waited 2 hours after, so I was waiting, and then once Storm went on the other side of the pen, and they just stayed there and slept. After 2 hours of that, I put hay in there, I put hay in the middle, and they were eating it happily. There was the entire bonding process, there was no issues with food, territorial, no one was territorial of anything. They weren't territorial of toys, litter boxes, let's see, they went food, water dishes, hidey houses, nothing. No one was being territorial of everything, and they were just really good bonders. So she was saying, and I was a little worried because Loui loves food, and I was worried he was going to be like before I started bonding them at all. So I was like, oh, Loui really likes his food. He might be territorial of it, and he wasn't. Storm wasn't territorial. Loui wasn't. They just ate it happily together, like together, eat it. So then I waited 2 hours after that, and I was like, they were doing super good. After the 2 hours after hay, no problems. Usually, some people will tell me stories where they're like, oh my gosh, I gave my rabbits hay and they were fine, and then after they were like super rowdy. I had no issues with that. They just like, I had no issues with that. They were like just fine. They just went back to sleep. Then in the night, so I stayed in the room with them. So for the first couple nights, you're supposed to like kind of stay in the same room with them, like sleep in the same room as they're. Oh my gosh, there's like a whole nother story. It's gonna be a long video, guys, but it'll be an entertaining video. So it'll be like a story time and like a little room tour, and I don't know if that's just me, but like those are my favorite kind of videos to like watch, of like story times and like room tours and stuff, whether it's for like rabbits or like just like human room tours. I don't know. That's just me. But like, whether it's for rabbit room tours or like human room tours. Anyways, Louie's over with mites. Actually, we took him to the vet's office before I was going to start bonding to make sure he was okay and done with mites. And they're like, yeah, he's completely free with mites. He's good. So yeah, he's completely free with mites. We took him actually to the vet's office to make sure, and he's done with mites. Our rabbit vet. Anyways, so yeah, I slept in that room with them that night, and they did super, super good. Yeah, they did really good. Yeah, so then the next morning, moved them into the 2x2 pen. There was no problems. I gave them hay. So I waited 2 hours. Everything was fine. They were actually, okay, after the second day of them being like in the bonding process, they started grooming each other, flopping, sleeping against each other. It was amazing. Like, I was like, whoa. And there was no fights the entire day in the 2x2 pen. Entire day. So then after that day, so then I slept in the room with them, all good. After that day, I moved them in the 4x4 pen. And they did really good. There was no problems in the 4x4 pen. So I waited, this time I waited 4 hours. And then I introduced a litter box. So litter boxes are something rabbits can be a little territorial of. And I put the litter box in it and they were fine. They actually were in the litter box. So I got a large litter box. Because when you rabbits, you're supposed to have a large litter box. Preferably two. Actually, you have to have 2 litter boxes. So I put the litter boxes in, and they were eating actually in the same one. They didn't even use the second one. I think Storm went in it once, and then he never used that again. They just used this one litter box and used it, and ate the hay at the same time. Then the next day, I actually put in some toys. They were great. They actually shared toys, and they had no territorial with the toys at all. And then I think later in the evening of that day, so in the morning they added toys, and then they were super good. So in the evening I put in a hidey house, and this hidey house I used the mini haven, but I took out the dividers because you're supposed to have a large hidey house with like multiple entrances. So the mini haven from Binky Bunny was a really, really good hidey house to use for bonding. But I had to take out all the dividers. So if you do that, just take out all the dividers that like put all the little slots and like maze thingies in. Take those all out. You just need it to be like one big open space in the hidey house. So take all the dividers out and then put it in. So that's what I did, and they were great. Of course, Loui jumped on top of the hidey house. And he didn't go in the hidey house for like a day. Storm went straight in it and stayed like for hours in there. Loui just like sat on top of it for like 5 hours. I don't know, he really likes jumping on top of things. It's like his favorite thing to do. So then, but then the second day, Loui actually went in the hidey house with Storm. And then Storm went out, Loui was just in it, and then Storm came back in, and they were in together. So, yeah. And if you were wondering how they did with food, veggies, great. A lot of people think, not think, their rabbits are like territorial over veggies. My rabbits weren't. They had no issues with that. They would eat together, stuff like that. So what I did is one day I would scatter feed the veggies around to get them moving around the pen, not just in one space. Next day I'd put it in piles right next to each other. Next day I'd put it in one huge pile, and then I would do scatter feeding. Then I would do it 2 piles. Then I would do it in 1 pile. Things like that. And I just mix it up to see how they did best. All of them they did super good with. Hay, they had no issues with that. Pellets, they had no issues with that. So, yeah. They did so good. Super, super good. Yeah. Okay. So now, do really quick before I go. So, Loui, okay, let's just get into it. Okay, so I have like 10 things I want to say at the same time. But like I did before, I just gotta like break it down into little stories. Anyways, so I think it was 3 weeks ago, Loui got neutered. So I did not do a video about this, but if you did follow us on our Instagram, you would know that Loui did get neutered. I did a bunch of stories about it the entire time. I actually have a highlight on it. I did a bunch of posts on it. And yeah, so yeah, I didn't do a video, but about 3 weeks ago, Loui got neutered. So if you're like, wait, is Loui neutered? Yes, he is. I wouldn't bond them if both of them were, so both of them have to be neutered. So yeah, both of them are neutered now, and it's been 3 weeks. So you're supposed to wait about 3 weeks before starting the bonding process to wait for them to heal and their hormones to die down. So yeah, I waited 3 weeks, exactly 3 weeks, for Loui's hormones to die down. Storm got neutered way back in like January, so yeah, so yeah, 3 weeks ago Loui got neutered, so yeah. Their bonding process was amazing. They are inseparable, best friends. They were awesome bonders. So now I'm going to show you what the bunnies' enclosures, their old enclosures look like. So just a couple days ago, the bunnies were doing super good. So I was like, for the past few days, the bunnies have been doing really good. So they've been in the 4x4 pen for like 3 days now. And in the 3 days, so just like, I think it was 2 days ago. So they were doing super good, and so I was like, so I went down and I cleaned out super well everything in the bunnies' enclosures. So Louis's pen is now gone. Like, the pen is out of that area, and it's there for like months, and now it's so weird to see it gone. It's like going down and seeing the pen there and like, wait, it's not here. And then I cleaned the floor really well, and then I took Storm's, I put all of his blankets and everything out of his like little enclosure. I vacuumed it out. Loui had foam pads and then a blanket on top, and then underneath the pen was like a tile floor. So once I took out the pen, all the the memory foam mats and stuff, then I mopped that. Storm had carpet, and then memory foam mat, then a blanket. So I took all the toys, everything out, and vacuumed. So then we took the little gate up, like the puppy gate that I put in for Storm because there was no door, because there was just like this little area in our house. My dad helped me. No, it was my brother. My dad didn't. I don't know why I said my dad. But my brother helped me take all the nails out of the little puppy gate that we nailed in. It was like a nail-in one because the door was so narrow. Like there was a doorway, but not an actual door. That like you had to nail it in. It didn't just like slide it. But anyways, I'm gonna show you what those look like because it's so different. And then I'll give you the new bunny room tour and then I will show you how the bunnies are doing. Okay, so this is where Louie's pen used to be. So that is it. So basically, is a whole hallway with carpet, and then in here there's a little tile, and right here is the floor. Is his pen was like here? I don't really know. I think his pen was right here. So the start of the pen is right here, and it went to like here-ish. And then it went back, and it went to about here, and then ended like here. And then there's one giant pen right here, and now the pen is gone. Like, I don't know, because I didn't give much overview of like what it looked like outside the pen. I mostly filmed inside the pen. But it's super weird, because I remember just seeing it all the time. But, yeah, so the pen's now out, and I mopped the floor and stuff. Yeah, so there's carpet, and I'm gonna show you Storm's thing, what it looks like. Okay, so I'll show you what Storm's like enclosure looked like on the outside. So it was like this. It's painted little fake brick. So outside, and then there's a little window right there, and there's a plant, and I guess there's a clip here. I don't know, this is my clip. Anyways, so this is it, and I'll show you how tiny this little doorway is. Look at that. I have to like crouch down low to get in there. It's a tiny, and then here's the light switch. But as you can see, it's like this wall material, but it's definitely not the size of a room, and there's no door. There's just like a teeny tiny, skinny, short doorway. So we come in. So we were to see it with like to see it like with no bunny stuff in it. So here's the chalkboard. And then here is what the kind of thing looked like. So this used to be right there. That looks more familiar. To be right there. But now, it's not. Now it's just against the wall. So you can see the nail things. There's holes in the wall. There's holes down here. Those were really hard to get out of the baseboards. And there's a bunch of chews in the baseboards. There's these chews in the baseboards, and those, and these. That one's huge. And there's scuffed up baseboards. And let's see, there's two over here. I tried to protect it with shipping tape, but he got to it before I put the shipping tape over it. There. And then it's just like a bunch of shoes all over. And here's the carpet. Here's where his old litter box used to be. Right there. Then like this is where his favorite hidehouse was. I don't know, it's so weird seeing no bunny stuff in it. So it's like okay. So that's that. Yeah. Oh, and then there's the second window right there. So it's the last day of the bunnies being in the pen. It's their last day, and so they've been there for 3 days, and this is their 4th day. And then tomorrow they'll be in the bunny room. So they're in their little 4x4 pen. It's their very last day, and I bet they're really excited to get out. But I'm gonna go show you how the bunnies are doing. Okay, so here's their pen. Loui can jump over 3 feet. So I have these little towels over, and they're clipped together. So if he ever tried to jump, they would just do that and then go back down. So, and they're also clipped to the actual like pen. So yeah, they can't like fly off or anything. Anyways, so go down here, down the down below, because I need to go below the towels. Here, hi Storm. Hi Bubba's. He's like, why are you interrupting my sleep? Oh, he just yawned. Where's Loui? Oh, is Loui in the hidey house? Oh, Louie's out now. They kind of like to copy each other, but Loui just follows Storm everywhere. Mostly. Sometimes he's like, no, I'm doing my own thing. But he likes to follow Storm a lot. Oh. So there's our hidey house. You can see there's no dividers in it. It's just one big blank space. So I'm not really sure. I think it's a 2x2. I'm not really sure the size of one. But there's Storm and there's Loui. Came back around. There's the hidey house. That's not a hidey house. There is the litter box, which I need to refill with hay. Even though I refilled it this morning and it's only one. No, it's two. Yeah, it's two. But it's fine. There's two and it's just like a pile of hay, so it goes by pretty fast. There's a toy right there that they've destroyed to pretty small. It's an apple stick from Rabbit Hole Hay. And then I had a few hay cubes in here, but they destroyed those in a matter of minutes. So I might put some more in here. And there's another apple stick, but I need to find where they put it. They might be under the hidey house, but I don't know if it's on this side. Oh yeah, it's right there. And then there's a third one, which I'm pretty sure is under the hidey house. Hi, Loui. Hi. So I have a couple of photos and videos of them being bonded throughout the entire bonding process, starting with the car rides, to the 2x2 pen, to the 2x4 pen, to the 4x4 pen. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and refill their water bowls, give them some hay. It'll be our last day in here, guys. You so excited? So I just kept their hay kind of where their bonding pen is, so that it's like easier to grab. So put the towel up. Here's the door to the bunny room. And here is the bunny room. So I just wanted to mention what this room was before it was a bunny room. So this room was originally like a craft room. So we took basically all like the craft supplies out, or we put them in storage bins, like plastic storage bins that the bunnies can't get to. So yeah, that's what's originally. So there is like a little island right in the middle that goes like halfway in the room. You'll see. And yeah, so also, the toys that are in the bunny room are from this new shop I found. Well, not all of them, but some of the toys. I will tell you if the toys are from this shop. So not all the toys, but some of the toys in this bunny room are from this new shop I found. So I was looking for like a bunny supplies toy shop, and I found this one. It's called 101rabbits.com. I just found it. So I just found this shop, and so I kind of looked at like what the like products were made out of, like the toys, hidey houses, treats, herbs, etc. were made out of, and they were made out of like really like safe materials or ingredients. Like the treats and herbs were just like 100% like fruit. Like if it was like a banana, it was just 100% banana, or like the toys were just like natural, like willow, no dyes or chemicals or anything. So really safe ingredients. And also a lot of those products there, like almost all of them, were things that I thought my bunnies would really, really like. So I went and bought a few things from that shop, and I put them in the bunny room. So this is a new shop I found, and yeah, so let's get on to the tour. Okay, so here's the door. No. Well, that's satisfying. Okay, anyways, we'll stop doing that. One more time. Okay, that is very satisfying to do. But anyways, so then when you come in, there's the hay bins down here. So I have two hay bins. One is full of orchard and one is full of Timothy hay. I think this one's orchard and this one's Timothy hay, just by like looking at it. This one's a little bit more stocky. This one's a little bit more like soft and stuff. I can just look at it and like identify it. But I just got this. I'll try to link the products in this video down in the description box below. I may not be able to link or find everything, but I will try to link as many things as I can. But again, I may not be able to find a link for everything. So these are these hay bins I don't really remember where I got these, actually. So, yeah. And then I have these. So this one is full of litter. If I can open it, I'll show you. This one's full of litter. And I just have, set that right there. I just have a little cup in there to scoop the litter. So this is not the usual litter I get. I usually will get litter from Small Pet Select, the pine pelleted litter. But I ran out, so I had to go to the store and get some of this litter. I still kind of like this litter. It's still absorbent and obviously safe. I would never buy anything not safe for my bunnies, but it's just, it's not my absolute favorite just because it's not super absorbent. It's paper-based, so that's not super absorbent, but it's still safe and semi-absorbent, so yeah. But I usually get litter from Small Pet Select, which is my favorite litter because it's so absorbent and it's also safe. Then, here are the pellets. So, I just kind of dumped, so I ordered pellets a while ago, so I just dumped the pellets from the jar I usually have into here. So quite a bit of pellets, so you can dig down in there. But yeah, and then I have a tablespoon because they both get 1 tablespoon. They both weigh 2 pounds. So yeah, so I have on top of those. They have these handles on them. And then here are these rugs. Oh, really quick before I talk about the rugs, these both. Not this I don't remember where I got these, but these 2 things are from IKEA. So yeah, both of these, these things are from IKEA. So, then I have these rugs. So, these rugs, I have about 7 of these. They're meant to be kind of like runners. But this room, because it has this weird island, it's I had to get runners to fit this unique size because this room is a 10 by 12 is the measurements, and then there's this weird island in it. So I had to get runners so I could kind of place them where I wanted to. So I got 7 runners from IKEA. And these are so cute. So I kind of went with a theme, a natural theme, and I also went with a color theme. So I have kind of a grayish, bluish color, and then a white color, and then I have a few wooden elements here. And so yeah. Yeah, I went with the color scheme as well. So they're super, super cute rugs. So these rugs are from IKEA. And yeah, so I got rugs for a couple reasons. One being that there is carpet in here. I'll lift up the rugs and the mats and stuff. But there's carpet. So let me just get these. Okay, so there's carpet under here, and this carpet, they like to pull up this type of carpet because it has little loops that they can pull up. That's not good because this is permanent. This is rugs that you can actually take up, but this is actually kind of built in. I don't know what you describe as that. So it's kind of hard to replace. So yeah, and also this carpet is extremely ugly. In my opinion, so I got these because these are much, much cuter than that. Also, the rugs are providing a lot of cushioning, and then I also have these rugs under here for cushioning. They are because this provides plenty of padding itself, but also there's really soft carpet underneath this. So, yeah, so there's plenty of padding here. And, yeah. Next thing over here is this little doll bed. So there's people use IKEA doll beds for their bunnies all the time. This is not an IKEA doll bed. Me and my sister actually made this. So this is not an IKEA doll bed. It looks just like it, but me and my sister actually made this. And yeah, and then we just like bought that. Yeah. So yeah, this looks like an IKEA doll bed, but it's not. Me and my sister made this. On top of here, we have this little Willow Curly Q. This is from the oneonrabbits.com shop. So yeah, Storm really likes Willow. Both of the bunnies like Willow, but Storm especially loves Willow. So let's have that on top. Right there, I don't know why it's there, but it is, is this balsa block. I got this from oneonrabbits.com. And will it focus? Yeah, okay, we got it. And yeah, so these balsa blocks are filled with, like, infused with 100% real fruit, so it's nice and safe, and I think the bunnies will really like it. It's just balsa wood, and this one's, like, I don't know what flavor it is, like banana or apple or something, I don't remember. Next over here is this, this willow ring. So I don't know what size this is, but yeah, so bunnies really like willow. My bunnies do, at least. And also the bunnies, most bunnies I've seen that really seem to really like doll beds like this. So when me and my sister made them, I really hope that it they like it, because it was very hard to build. But you know, sometimes you buy really expensive. Yeah, over here is their litter box and haven area. So this is these storage totes. So I have these storage totes, and I have 2 of them because you need a litter box big enough for both bunnies to fit in. And you also need 2 of them in case the bunnies want to go in separate litter boxes. So I have these 2 very large storage totes, and they're nice because they're a little bit of a high-sided one as well. And then I have this litter. Again, I usually don't use this type of litter, but I did run out. So this, if you can see, it's like a mix. So I filled it up, and I realized I didn't have quite enough. So if you see, there's like underneath is that kind of litter, but I didn't have enough to fill both of these. But I have a mix of them. But yeah, this is still safe and semi-absorbent. So anyways, so these are the havens. This is their usual haven, have their names on it. So yeah, this is the only item in here that is not new. Everything else is new in here. So yeah, I just sprayed this down with vinegar and water. I know it is untreated wood, so it did like soak in wood. But I just sprayed it on the outside, and the vinegar just kind of evaporated off of it, so it didn't stain it or soak in or anything like that. So yeah, and then behind here we have this little compartment here. And right here, if I can get a better angle, because it's kind of hard. So they entered that way. And then here is that carpet. This rug, it wasn't large enough to go back here. So this is just little in the back of the room behind the havens. There's this area, and then they can kind of lay down here. And also, because it is summertime, it's June, I have a little ceramic tile down there, right there. That is kind of cooler in case they want to lay there. I have one here that they can kind of just like jump out right there. And it's another ceramic tile, and then this, they can lay on it as well. So, yeah, and then I have this. So, these are like the shelving that kind of, so as I mentioned, this was previously a craft room. So, we took everything off of these shelves, or put them in storage bins or something like that. And then they can kind of go in here. I really want to put case liners or blankets down in the future, but currently I just have this. So yeah, and then back here there's a little willow ball that I got from One Rabbit's shop, and it's just a little willow ball. And yeah, so then here is these adorable veggie plates. So I got these from IKEA, and they're these like wooden little veggie plates. I think they're super cute and they go along. So my color scheme was white, like a grayish blue, and then like wooden materials. So yeah, and they're super cute. So I have 2 of those, and I have these 2 water bowls. So they're in these like glass water bowls, so they're not easy to tip over because Loui loves to tip over these. So yeah, I have those, and then I have this. So these are these stacking cups, and I got them off of Amazon, and I've seen a lot of bunnies really like them. So as you can see, I put some pellets in there, and I could just keep on stacking them. But I put pellets in every single one of little things, and yeah, so I've seen a lot of bunnies like these, and I think they're really cute. Anyways, so next thing is this. I almost said willow. It's not willow. It's very obvious that this is not willow. This is a little like tent type thing, and it's a large tent, and it has this like padded like thing, I don't know what to call this, underneath it, and the bunnies can basically just kind of go in here. It's super cute. I got this from Mini Camp, so yeah. I think it's super cute. I think most bunnies, I've seen a couple old bunnies have these, and I think the bunnies really like them, and I think they're super cute. Next, I have this like large or medium, or I don't know what size this is, but this is from onerabbits.com, and it's like a much larger size than the other one I have over there. Yeah. And then we have this, and this is something that my grandma actually gave me for the bunnies. So I thought the bunnies really like this. This is untreated wood. In case they want to chew on this, it's safe. So if they want to chew on it, it's okay because it's untreated. Over here we also have this seagrass bowl from onerabbits.com. So we have this little entrance here, and then go in here. It's a large hidey house, so both of them can fit in here. I wanted to buy every hidey house that I bought. I wanted to make sure it was big enough for both of them to fit in it, so that they wouldn't get mad that they can't get in or something. So every hidey house here is big enough for both of them to fit in it at the same time. It also has this like thing on top, which I think Loui would love because he jumps on anything he can. And so I think he would really like to jump on top of this. So, yeah. Next is this other balsa block that I got from onerabbits.com. Then this is a untreated seagrass bowl, so they can chew on it if they want. It's no problem. Oh my gosh, it fell over. And yeah, so it's untreated seagrass bowl. I got this for the bunnies' toys. Currently I kind of just have them scattered all around the room, but if I want to tidy it up, because I know I'll get more and more toys. I already have a whole bunch of toys, but this is just if I want to tidy up and put a couple toys in here. It also, if I get a lot of toys, it also will pop up like that. So it's a little bit taller, but that also makes it, so I have it like this because that makes it so the bunnies, if they want to grab a toy out of here, they can kind of just hop in it and grab out. But so if it was taller, I don't think they would be able, Loui might, but I don't think Storm would. So this just makes it so both the bunnies can easily jump in here, but if I have a lot of toys, I will put this up so I can just grab it out and scatter them. But yeah, I have it like this for now, because currently there's no toys, because I want them scattered around the room at first so that they would be entertained and stuff in their new room, which I'm super excited for them to go into. Then we have this balsa block from OneRabbits.com. I got a 5-pack, so you'll see them scattered around the room. I just wanted to see how they liked them, and if they do like them, I will definitely order more. But for now, I just have that. The 5-pack, so I'll see if they like them. If they do, I'll order the 10-pack, definitely. Then I have this. So this is from Toki Hut, and it's a little Etsy shop. It's called Toki Hut, and yeah, so that is the castle. And I'm pretty sure, you know something I just realized, guys? Okay, if you look at these. So yeah, here's the Toki Hut castle, and it has 2 entrances, and actually there's one right here as well. And it's super, super cute. Has this on top, which I'm sure Loui would love to jump on. There's another one right there. But I don't know if he'll want to jump on it, but he likes to jump on pretty much anything, so he might. Then I have this that I got from OneRabbits.com. It is this little Timothy mat, and I put it right there, just for like different textures or things. So yeah, and then it has these 2 little ways, and then there's a little bridge, and then there. So yeah, then there is this. And there's this little Heidi house. So this basket I got from IKEA, and then I put, so it just looks like that. Then I put this to make it more like Heidi housey, I guess. And they can just go in here and kind of hide and stuff. So yeah, they can also jump on top of it. I tried to make sure that because I know Loui will want to jump on anything, so I tried to make sure if he does have the capability to jump on top of it, it's safe for him to jump on top of it. It won't like break or anything. And then, because we don't want that, so it's sturdy. So anything he can jump on top of, I make sure that it's safe and like won't break or anything if he jumps on top of it. Then I have this cat scratcher. This is cat scratcher with no catnip. Never put catnip in a cat scratcher for a bunny. So I've seen a lot of bunnies like these. I've never actually tried it out as cats on it because it's meant for cats, but I'm using it for my bunnies. So yeah, I've seen a lot of bunnies like these to chew on this cardboard, and some people even sprinkle like herbs in here to make their bunnies really like it. So I'll see how they like it. I might sprinkle some herbs. Then I have this, which I might put hay in it in like the future, but right now I just have it like this. It's made out of willow. I got it from OneRabbits.com. Then there's this, and this is this super soft blanket. Like, it's so soft. And I have it back here, go with like the grayish, bluish kind of theme back here. And then we have another balsa block. Pretty sure this is blueberry flavored. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's another balsa block from OneRabbits.com. And then I have this another compartment that has that ugly carpet again, but it's okay. And then we have another like shelving unit that they can go in, with another balsa block from OneRabbits.com. I don't know OneRabbits.com. I don't know what flavor that is, but yeah. And then we have this, which I'm not sure if Storm can jump on that. It's only about a foot off the ground. But Loui might want to jump on top, so have that for him if he wants to. But I have a couple low ones like this one, so that Storm can go in one too. We have this one and this one. So yeah, that is the bunny room. So here's a little overview of everything. Yeah, okay. So, the bunnies have not been in here yet, obviously. I'm gonna go and get the bunnies in here. I'm super excited. Okay, so I have the bunnies here. It's very hard to hold 2 bunnies at once, but it's okay. Okay, we're gonna set them down. Okay, here are the bunnies. I just set them down, and I have potty pads because if you didn't know, on the first, about, let's say, the first, couple weeks, they can be extremely territorial with, not territorial, but poo and pee almost everywhere, so I have potty pads. I couldn't cover everywhere because I didn't really need to, but I've covered a few places. But they seem really happy, and they're just exploring right now. They were, really wanting to get out of that pen, or a lot. They did not really like that pen. Now of course, Storm chinned that. Make sure everyone knows it's his. And they're just exploring. There's Storm. Here's the Loui. They're kind of just on opposite sides of the room because they're just so busy exploring. And Louie's, of course, going in for the food first. And then here he is, going behind there. And here's Storm. They are so happy. I literally, they're so happy. And Storm goes in there, chinning it. Pretty much chinning everything, so everyone knows it's his, I guess. Oh, chinning that again. Here's Loui. They're so happy exploring. He's sniffing that, I guess. Chinned it. Make sure Storm knows it's his. I don't know. They're both chinning it. And he goes on top of it. Storm's right there. Now they're they are litter box trained, guys, as you guys know. They're both extremely well litter box trained, but even really good litter box trained bunnies, when they're first bonded, they will be very territorial of poo and pee all over the place. So just for the first couple weeks, and then I will be able to take away the potty pads. I got the extra large size, so I wouldn't have to use as many. And Louie's back there. So Storm is sniffing that, and he goes in it halfway. Wait, nope, he's not. Louie's doing that, sniffing that. They're just exploring all over the place because they've been in that little. Oh, Storm did a binky. I hope I caught that on camera. But for the last 4 days they've been in a 4x4 pen. Other 2 days they were in a 2x2 and a 2x4 pen. So they're just dying to get out of those pens. Now they are so happy. Oh, and see. Oh, yep, he jumped in it. Storm's chinning it. Storm is chinning everything. Storm loves that little castle. Give them a treat. So if you come here, there is the herb jar, treat jar. Let me give them a piece of papaya. Y'all want treat? Papaya? Papaya? Oh, no, you're just gonna follow Loui. Loui, you want papaya? Yes. Storm, you want papaya? Storm. He's like, no, I'm exploring. Storm, papaya? Okay, there we go. That's Nummy. That's Nummy papaya. Hi, Mr. Loui. Hi. Guys, I don't have any more treats. I don't have any more treats, Mr. Loui. Storm keeps going behind there. Hi guys, that is the end of today's video. Go comment down below if you like these kinds of videos with like room tours or like videos of just like the bunnies like exploring and stuff. Go comment down below and I will do more of those videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, go subscribe and share and I'll see you next time. Bye.